Hello, everyone. This is Food FAQ, and I'm Mariella.
And I am Eric.
And I felt like I haven't said that in so long.
It has been a very long time, Maddie.
And I'm so excited to be back. And I know that summer is, I think, maybe our least favorite
It is
season.
my least favorite. Well, can I tell you,
Hmm.
summer is my least favorite time of the year, but I love summer farmers markets.
Right. Like, I'm inspired right now.
So, yes, so I went to farmers markets this past Saturday and it was so much fun. And I got amazing strawberries. I don't like store-bought strawberries. I like them when they're from the farm. And I got tomatoes. I don't like tomatoes, but I like them when they're from the farm. And so, but what I'm really waiting for are like peaches and watermelons and things like that. That's what I'm really waiting for.
Yeah, like, you know what it is? I feel like anytime anything changes outside of me, like, that I can't control, it's just exciting. As
Anything
far as
else?
food, right?
Okay.
Like,
Okay. Yeah. Cool. All right.
in that context, right? Like, the
Be a
season
little bit
changes.
technical with that.
I know. Well, because we're talking about food, keep up. So, okay, I'm saying that like as soon as the weather changes, I'm excited, and then I get so fucking bored, and then before you know it, it's the fall.
Yeah. And that it's fun. So, but I am excited. So I already started going to my farmers markets, and it's really fun.
So this recipe I'm going to talk about today, I'm kind of obsessed with,
Mm-hmm.
and I've brought it to other people, like the Cookbook Club women, and two of them made it, and I made it twice. So I feel like I not only am obsessed with this recipe, but I have so many tweaks for you guys. You have no idea how good it's going to be.
Tell me.
So it's a roasted chicken, which I kind of forget how much I love a roasted chicken at
I
my
love a good
house.
roasted chicken.
Yeah, it's like one of those things that you make at your house and you're like, "Oh, this is what it's supposed to taste like."
Yeah. Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is called chicken mujadara, Mujadara. I want to say. I'll put it in the show notes. I'm probably saying it wrong. Sorry. This is what you do. So I have some variations for you, but here is the recipe as written by Molly Baz, B-A-Z. By the way, in love with her new cookbook called More is More. Simple ingredients, like genius way of putting things together. I'm gonna be cooking the fuck out of this cookbook this summer.
I like it. Let's go. Tell me about it.
Okay, so in the original recipe, you get a chicken, 5 pounds, a chicken. I don't know. People are like, oh, 4.5 pounds. I don't know. I just buy the chicken.
Pick one that looks good.
You know what I mean? Exactly. And then this is what you do with this chicken. You get a cup of yogurt, not Greek yogurt, just regular old-fashioned yogurt,
Okay.
but full fat. Okay. And
Okay.
you're gonna add 3 tablespoons of olive oil to it, a tablespoon of cinnamon, a tablespoon of turmeric, and a tablespoon of cumin. And you're also
Nice.
going to add salt and pepper. I'm going to say like a tablespoon of salt
Okay.
and some cracks of pepper. I never measure pepper because I crack it fresh every time I cook. You're going to put all that in a bowl and you're going to mix it up. Then you're going to add that mixture to a big gallon-sized Ziploc bag.
Okay.
Then you're going to get your chicken out and then you're going to put your chicken, take all the shit out from the inside. Remember, it has a big plastic thing in the middle, in
Yeah.
the cavity. So remember to take that shit out. Take it out, then put that chicken into the bag and zip top the top with like a little bit of like a little hole so you can have some air escape from the bitty corner. And then start bringing all that yogurt all up on its body, slathering it nice and slow. Give it a nice little massage.
You can't help yourself, can you?
I can't. It's too easy. So then you do that, right? And then you put that bitch. I put it in another bag or in a bowl because deathly afraid of these things spilling out into the refrigerator and then me having to clean it. Oh my God, that is
Yeah.
like a horror show. So then you put it in there 4 to 24 hours. I did mine 24 hours. I suggest you do the same. I think
I
it makes a
agree.
difference. Then, my lovers, okay, she wants you to use shallots, which are they're so expensive. And I honestly, I don't want to buy shallots unless it's going to be the star of the show. There's a shallot recipe that I've talked about here. It's like a dip that needs shallots. But if you don't need a fucking shallot, I don't see the point of spending the money on it.
Mariella, anytime recipe calls for shallot, I use an onion.
I use an onion and then I marry it with a little garlic just to like cover my shame. I feel like those two together are just good enough for you. So, okay, you get your big, heavy bottom pot. What are those things called, Keter? I'm always forgetting what they're called.
Dutch
Dutch
oven.
oven. Yeah. You grab your big Dutch oven and you slice up 3 to 4 onions, not too thinly because this is gonna be like the bed for your chicken. Okay.
Right.
You're going to set your oven at. She says 425, and I think that's too high. Or is it 475? She says 475. I think that's too high. It should be 375. So these are tweaks. Okay, when you make this recipe. You cut up your onion into slices, you put your chicken on top of that, and then you drizzle it with olive oil, you cover it, you put it into the oven for about 35-40 minutes. Then you are going to take that chicken out. So you're gonna need like a baking sheet that you line with not olive oil, with aluminum foil, and you put it next door. And then you're gonna grab the remainder of the yogurt marinade. You're gonna add that to, she says 3 cups of water. I want to tell you that it's maybe 2.5. Otherwise, your rice is going to be way too mushy because there's a rice and lentil component to this.
Okay.
Then, so now those onions are like super caramelized and delicious in the bottom of your pan. You're going to mix in the 2.5 cups of water with your reserved yogurt marinade, and it's okay. It's going to cook, so it's not going to kill you. The salmonella will die. So 1 cup of rice, 1 cup of lentils. You mix all that together, and then you put your chicken back on top. You pop the lid on, and you put it back in the oven for another 50 minutes, 55, depending on your oven. A meat thermometer is super helpful, so you can check how done your chicken is. And that's what you do. And this is the most delicious meal I have made. Oh, wait, you're supposed to cut up a lemon and put it in the bird before you roast it. Sorry, guys. And then you cook it up. I have a shortcut for you, which I did yesterday. Instead of getting the whole chicken, I got 2 chicken breasts, bone in, skin on. Did the same thing to them, marinated it in the same way. But I went ahead and instead of using, because the problem is, right, the rice mushy thing is a problem. The taste is delicious, but to me, like mushy rice is kind of a sin. How do you feel about it?
I think it depends on the meal. I do like a mushy rice, but like if I'm making like a fried rice, I don't like a mushy rice.
Right. I agree.
Like when you make like arroz con pollo, but make it a la chorrera.
That's
like,
different.
That's what I like. I
yes.
like that. And that
but that rice has bite. It has like a toothiness to it because it's a special rice. This is kind of just like your regular run-of-the-mill basmati or what I use basmati, and it gets too mushy. So I think to avoid that, what I would do next time, instead of using raw lentils or uncooked lentils, I'd probably use a can of cooked lentils. Trader Joe's sells them they're very cheap. Mix that in with your rice and then put your chicken breast on top. This is for a quicker version, okay? Pop it back in the oven for probably 30 minutes. And when it comes out, it's going to be the same flavor profile, but a lot easier.
Nice.
With a lot less guesswork as far as the doneness of the lentils.
Wait, I'm a little bit confused.
Tell me.
So the chicken's on a bed of onions in the Dutch oven. You put them
to begin with.
Okay. But then you're going to go ahead and then in a baking dish is where you're going to put the rice and yogurt mixture and water together.
No, you're going to, so thank you for clarifying. I know that I'm kind of talking a lot. No, so you take it out of the oven when it's roasting by itself on the bed of onions, right? You take it out, right? And then you take the chicken out and set it aside while you're mixing up the onions and the rice and the lentils together.
So it's still going back in the Dutch oven.
Yeah, after you're done mixing the rice and all that.
Because like when you said baking dish, like I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, are we doing a second item here? Okay, so basically you're just gonna pull the chicken out. You put the rice and lentils in the Dutch oven with your onions and liquid and yogurt mixture, and then you put the chicken back on top. Yeah, everything goes back in the oven.
Yeah, what I meant to say is like line a cookie sheet so you can take your chicken out and have somewhere to put it.
Okay, that's where all of us are getting confused. Okay, and I'm gonna say all of us because for a fact, everybody just got fucking confused here.
So that's what you do. That's what I did because I don't know when you have nowhere to put a full chicken, it's kind of a pain in the ass.
No, I totally get it. No, I agree. Okay, that's cool.
Or you can do your chicken breasts and your can of lentils versus doing it with your uncooked lentils.
Right.
Okay. Those are the variations that you could make. This maybe more of a weeknight meal versus a weekend meal, and also easier if you're like a novice cook. This would be like, this is already easy, but if you wanted to make it even easier on yourself, or maybe just less food, because maybe you don't need a whole chicken.
Whole chicken's great though. There's so much. We had a whole series last year of a whole bunch of shit you can do with a
I
rotisserie
agree.
chicken. I like, it's funny because you said weekend meal in my head. When I think of a roast chicken, I don't think of a weekend meal, but I do because this is actually really quick. Because I don't know what y'all do when you got babies and children around. I don't ever have to worry about that. I'm gonna go do whatever I want to do.
Hmm.
But when you have the kids come home and whatnot, it's so much easier. This has been marinating overnight. It's so much easier just to throw this in one pot. The only action you're doing is just taking it out and putting the lentils, the rice, and the yogurt and water mixture back in.
Right.
So this is like kind of a really quick, not quick meal, but this is it's not a quick meal, but it's a meal that you don't really have to tend to very much, and you
Exactly.
do much. So when you're getting home, you're getting everybody's homework done, you're getting the house clean, you're getting everything ready, you're getting the kids ready. It's cooking on its own.
Right.
So
And it's like how many ingredients? Six?
yeah. But what's great is you're prepping it the day before.
Exactly.
So you're doing all that, and I am a firm believer that you marinate things overnight, anyways.
I'm
Um,
firm. I'm
Always
firm.
24 hours. I know a lot of recipes say 4 hours, but if you notice in the fine print, it'll always say 24 hours preferred. And
Agreed. And that
so
yogurt makes sweet, sweet love with that chicken, and it becomes the
yeah,
most tender chicken that you have ever made
yeah.
at your house. Ever.
It's kind of like when you make butter chicken, you marinate it in yogurt and spices also.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, honestly, this has become my new favorite recipe. I think out of all of them. I love this. I have made it twice in less than 2 weeks. I can't stop thinking about it. I'm gonna like make it in different ways. Like this is just. I wonder if I could make it. Can you marinate beef in yogurt or lamb?
I'm sure lamb. I mean, I'm sure you can. I don't know how
I'm gonna
that
look
would
that
turn
up.
to research that.
That it almost sounds delightful to me because then on top of the rice, cooking all that like meaty juice with the rice. My mouth is watering.
Meaty juice. You're meaty juice.
Like, and I know this isn't like necessarily summery, but I can't tell you how delicious this rice comes out and how lemony it tastes. I don't even know how it gets so lemony. It just does. Oh, by the way, if you make the chicken breast instead of the whole chicken, what I did was I got the lemon and I sliced it and I put it under the chicken breast on top of the onion so that it cooked that way. Because the lemon is important.
Okay, so I'm reading here.
Hmm.
The best cuts to marinate beef and yogurt would be flanks. So it says you can marinate beef and yogurt, but only certain cuts. Flank steak, skirt steak, sirloin, chuck steak for grilling or kebabs, and then stew beef for braises or curries.
Well, stew beef is good then, because this can cook for longer if you wanted to. Or what's the other one you said? Sirloin. Sirloin would be
So
good.
yeah, so flank steak, skirt steak. So basically tougher or
Cuts.
leaner cuts. Tough or lean cuts. So flank steak, skirt steak, sirloin, chuck steak. I can see that really good for grilling. And like
Hmm.
kebabs. I see that really good for kebabs. And then stew beef.
I love the idea of cooking the beef in the or anything in the rice. I love rice. I mean,
So
it's
when not to use yogurt, ribeye, filet mignon, New York strip,
so soft
any
pieces.
expensive already tender steak.
Yeah.
Um, and then it says here also the sweet spot for marinating steak and yogurt is 2 to 12 hours. It says 24.
Ah,
Don't go past 48 because it'll get too soft. So steak, the sweet spot is 2 to 24.
I have a new project I need to try because I feel that it's going to be delightful. Look at this woman's cookbook. I'll link it in our show notes so that you guys can find it. And I really urge you to get it because I think for the summer it's going to be phenomenal. This is tomato recipe that you're going to try today that I sent you
Yeah, I'm gonna
that
try that.
I that I think is going to be great and we can talk about after you try it.
Yeah, I'm excited about my tomato recipe today you gave me.
Okay, so you guys have any questions about this, please ask me. I cannot wait to talk about it with like everybody on the planet. Send me an email and I will answer you because I cannot wait to see how many of you make this and how delicious it turns out.
I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. I like a roast chicken, so I'm gonna make it.
All right, that's all we have for today. I'm so excited to be back and I hope you guys are having a phenomenal summer. Did it start officially? Not yet. It's like June.
No, it starts. Oh, maybe you're right.
Yeah, I think it's June. I looked it up and can't remember exactly. Anyway, we love you guys so much. Have a wonderful day and we'll be back soon.
Bye bye.
Bye.